Y'all, Drake will probably be in a coma after what Kendrick Lamar has done because he just showed him that he's basically doing nothing, taking their whole beef to court. So I'm sure that we all know that Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar and his own label, which also represents Kendrick Lamar, UMG. He's suing them for basically promoting Kendrick's song Not Like Us, first of all for the song itself, because it calls him a file, but also for Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance in which he performed the song, and then Drake said that the whole performance assassinated his character because it was watched by over 330 millions of people who all got to know about the whole pedophile thing. It is a whole drama, and now Kendrick Lamar seems to have clapped back at Drake's lawsuit and all the drama going on, and honestly, looking at how Drake is so praised about all of this, Kendrick's response will probably send him into coma because he just turned the whole thing into a big joke and, to make matters worse, continued to offend him even more. So what Kendrick did is, during the opening night of his grand national tour, which kicked off in Minnesota, he played a pre-recorded skit in which he mocks Drake's lyrics drop from his song Family Matters that Drake released as part of their rap beef before he turned it into a legal battle. But that is not even the worst part yet, because that skit was followed by the song that Drake hates the most, Not Like Us, which was like adding salt to the wound. I mean, this is brutal.
Well, I will keep moving. I don't know. Here.
Okay, does this ring a bell? Drop, 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 drop.
Hey, do you see this thing?
Psst. I see
Well, you can't tell me that Kendrick wasn't responding to Drake's lawsuits, because to me, it looks like he's just reminding him that all of this is supposed to be about music, rapping, attacking each other in studio, but Drake wanted to take things to court. And the thing is, I'm a big fan of Drake, but one thing I know is this must be getting to him and hurting him so much because he wanted this to be a serious matter, but Kendrick is just mocking him and turning him into a big joke. And I do understand that this whole thing went too far. I mean, calling Drake a file, physically being attacked, and all the violence which took place was really unnecessary. But again, I don't think that it was the best decision for Drake to go to court because he already lost the battle, and him going to court just makes his failure even louder because it is like he lost, but he doesn't want to accept it, which is exactly what UMG said when they clapped back at his lawsuit, where in their statement they said that Plaintiff, one of the most successful recording artists of all time, lost a rap battle that he provoked and in which he willingly participated, and instead of accepting the loss like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salve his wounds.
Kendrick Lamar takes another shot at Drake during the first night of his tour. Not only does he start off the show with Euphoria, but he also plays a skit during the show of a fake deposition mocking the fact that Drake sued. The date brought up here is the date of the Super Bowl, and Kendrick also trolls Drake here by mentioning his infamous line telling Kendrick to drop. Check this out and let me know what y'all think. Do you think that Kendrick is dragging this, or is this just his victory lap? Let me know.
Okay, so Kendrick Lamar uses stage deposition at his concert. I forgot where it was. And it says drop. And then he goes into his performance, which is hilarious. Right? We've come a long way. It's come full circle, right? Everybody was like, drop. And then we were like, why is Kendrick Lamar not dropping? Drake asked him to drop, and he hasn't dropped. And then he dropped. And it hasn't stopped dropping since. It hasn't stopped raining Kendrick Lamar since. This has been the most painful year of Drake's and Drake's fans' lives. It continues to grow and grow and grow. It's like a legion. Or what do you call it? It's like a cancer. Just a Kendrick Lamar cancer that just grows and grows and grows. So yeah, I've never seen somebody be so creatively evil before. Kendrick Lamar is creatively evil. So he just continues to find creative ways to make fun of Drake. Drake is such an easy target though, because he's so dramatic. Also, I think he was saying like drop the lawsuit, and Mustard threw a shot like, you suing like a bitch, ain't you tired? So it's been rough for Drake.
Now, I've seen some comments saying that Kendrick Lamar is doing this because he still wants some clout from Drake, and I feel like this is a complex take, but here's what I think. So there's this whole narrative that Kendrick Lamar got more popular and famous after beefing with Drake, which I believed in and I still believe in it. He definitely was not as famous as he is now, but at this point, when it comes to this drop incident, however much I would like to say it, but I don't really think that he's clout chasing, because for one, Drake still has his name in his mouth. I mean, he's talking about him, he's suing him. Plus, with how things are now, Drake isn't one to clout chase on because he doesn't really have much clout himself right now. However, there's one person I know is clout chasing on Drake right now, and although there's not enough clout here, he will take whatever he can get, and that person is Kanye West, who recently came to support Drake. I mean, talk about the hypocrisy, because Kanye West and Drake have sadly been beefing for many years now. Kanye even released a diss track about Drake in relation to Kendrick Lamar's beef, and now all of a sudden he comes out supporting him. I feel like he's grasping at straws now, trying to keep himself relevant, and he will talk about anything that can keep him relevant because the guy is going crazy. He's talking about his late mom's sex life, regretting having kids with Kim Kardashian, insulting Jay-Z's kids, all for attention, and that is why I can't really consider his support for Drake as genuine, because he will say whatever there is for him to get some relevancy. But hey, y'all let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.
I'm so happy right now. You don't understand with this UMG, Drake, Kendrick situation, Super Bowl, Grammys. This shit was driving me, and you know where it should be driving me, but this is one of the biggest, if not, this is the biggest victory in music history right here. I'm never finna call Drake out of his name. I'm team Drake 100%, and team Kendrick, and team all of us. Like Kendrick need to be going at UMG at this point. This is what I said in my version of Like That. I said, Lucien, lifetime deal. Like, let's stop aiming all this at each other. That's all, like, bro, you have no idea. Everything is worth everything for a moment like this, where we stop going at each other and we go at the slave masters.